welcome back to Little Miss Drop Stitch. Today I'm going to be sharing with you what I've made my mum and knitted her for Mothering Sunday. In the UK, Mothering Sunday is the end of March, it's like the 30th, 31st. It's like the last Sunday in March anyway, and I know in different countries it's at a totally different time of year, but in the UK it's Mothering Sunday, so I thought I'd show you what I made her. Now, before we get into it, the yarn I used, or we can say wool in this instance, it's Toft, and two reasons I did it in this. My mum, as we know, the impression of it, oh, I can't wear wool, oh, it itches. So, difficult customer, so I wanted to get her something that she'd be able to wear that still goes with kind of what I like to use, which is wool and not acrylics. I know she likes the brand Toff yarn because she's seen them at craft shows, she's kind of held and felt things I've done before, and she has liked it and said she would be able to wear it. Hint, hint. It is quite expensive. It's £18 for 100 grams of double knit weight. However, once a year they have a sale, and that's like the only time of year. It's on Black Friday, not sponsored or anything by the way. And yeah, it's 20% off. So I thought, well, I'll get enjoyment from using the posh wool and she'll get enjoyment, and it's a present for her. So double whammy. I'm sure we're saving money there somewhere. So what I made for her, the first thing is this hat. In fact, why don't I model it? There we are. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna be really reluctant to give her this. This is the turret hat, so this is a Toft pattern. I actually decided to get this as the kit because that was also reduced. The colour I chose, oh look at that. So it's cabling and moss stitching. You know what, it was good when you got the rhythm into it, it weren't too difficult. So I think an ambitious beginner could do it, albeit a bit slower. And yeah, that lovely double brim that gives really nice warmth around the ears, so this would be perfect for, you know, a cold holiday, or just when it's particularly miserable and cold in the UK in winter and spring, as it turns out. So yeah, colour is fudge, but the pom-pom colour is camel. So yeah, they didn't have a fudge pom-pom for some reason to go with it. Using all my strength, so I decided to do the pom-poms are made from baby alpaca, and I decided to buy their big press studs. They come in packs of 2, and so yeah, if she's washing it, or I've worn this pom-pom actually on a hat when it was snowing and it was getting absolutely sodden wet, so but because I've done the press stud thing, I could detach it and just put it in my pocket and stop it getting soggy. So yeah, and it'll be easier for washing and blocking as well. So yeah, I really love this. I'm gonna have to get a 100-gram ball of some sort of DK yarn because I just love this hat, and yes, I think I'll be making one for myself because that will be very hard to part with. Okay, we've got a bit of a matching set going on. So the next thing I did for her was this, again in the colour fudge and a lovely picot edging on there. This is, if I model it first, this is called the Cowl, and this is a Little Miss Drop Stitch pattern, actually original pattern, so I'll link it down below. Available Ravelry digitally, Etsy digitally, and by post if you wanted a paper pattern in the post, which is quite difficult to say. So I designed this cowl because, as you know, when I'm on my walks, don't like bulky things in my bag, and you know, the cowls and the down there, well, that's no good for keeping my chin and my neck warm. So yeah, I designed it as kind of a close fitting one and doesn't use that much yarn either. Again, at DK thickness. So yeah, I love this one, if I say so myself. Last of all, these mittens here. I'll try them on for you as well. I do have a bit of a point of notice on them. So these are the Gatehouse mittens, again from Toft, and again I bought them as a kit. So fudge, and then I think the other colour's called cream, and that's what I chose. So I'll put them on, and I put them on my friends as well. I'm like, am I too big? Are they too big? I'm not 100% sure on this bit, and they're not looking too bad on camera actually, where it's still in 4mm needles, but then it's garter stitch, so it's gone a bit bigger and floppy and frumpy. Now I have blocked it and I kind of squished it in, so I think they have blocked quite nice and have been quite sympathetic to me actually. But yeah, I just don't know if it's a bit bulky. They do look a lot better actually after trying to shrink them a bit, block him. But yeah, and then, because they look like oven mitts, don't they? Practicing walking, and they're just riding up a bit, so I think I'll tell her to wear them kind of over the cuff of your top, and they don't come down then. Although yeah, you can wear them turned down, but for me they just slide down a bit. See, I wasn't sure whether to do the top bit in a 3.75mm needle, but it's happened. Don't want to undo them, and I think the blocking gods have been sympathetic with me. But yeah, otherwise, absolutely love the design on these. Well, thank you ever so much for joining me today, and let me share with you what I've knitted my mum for Mother's Day. Do share with us what you have made, or if Mother's Day is later in the year for you in your country, what you will be making, mums, grandmas, aunties, daughters, even things for Father's Day. Give us some ideas in the comments below of what you will be making or have made. And please do consider giving us a like, thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff, so I can continue to buy my lovely mother wool for things to make for her. Thank you and take care.